Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy spring. How are you all doing? So now it's actually daylight outside for a little bit. The clocks have gone forward here in the UK. I've screwed up my departure time because I completely forgot that I'm no longer on Zulu time, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, welcome everybody. And we are now obviously in the midst of the Easter holidays here in the UK. And so we are headed out on a holiday flight, heading down to Menorca from Basel. We've got ATC on the ground. We have got people coming into the chat, and we are in our trusty Airbus A320. We're in a European Easyjet A320 today. So yeah, call sign is Alpine. We're using the call sign 34 Alpha Mike, the channel call sign, just because this particular flight, whilst a real flight, doesn't actually, I think the first time this departs is something like the 4th of April, so we're probably about 5 days too early. But anyway, doesn't matter, does it? So yeah, welcome on board everyone. Hey J-Hog, hey David990, hope you're doing well. And shout out as well to everybody watching, be it on YouTube or Twitch. Hope you're having a good evening. Jacko, you guessing I don't like football? I love football. I even coach my son's football team. I'm a big football fan. My football team just is relegated anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me whether they're playing or not. But we have the best fan base in the UK. Why? Which match am I interrupting tonight, Jacko? Is it anyone important? If you're going to say a Man City, then forget that. Yeah, we haven't done a flight from Basel for a long time, and it's a major EasyJet base, so it is. I thought it was high time we did a flight as well from here. I've just realised my MCDU's not working. Not the one here in the sim. My hardware, the screen's blank. I'm not sure what's going on with that. The screen does work because I can turn the brightness up and down. There just appears to be nothing on it. I can still control everything. So as long as I look at this screen here, I can still actually control everything. So just checking out nav greens. So all the buttons working. I've never had that happen before, so I'm assuming it's just a random bug. Right, I've got the load sheet, so we'll just grab that and then we'll get everything all done. We'll accept that. Zero fuel weight is going to be 32.6, and just scribbling these figures down for a little bit later on, and 30.9. So I hope you all had a good weekend. If you are in the midst of school holiday with young children, I hope you've survived the first couple of days. And if you are headed out on holiday somewhere, fantastic. Let me know where you're going. Is England play? Are England playing tonight? I had absolutely no idea. I mean, I love football, but to be fair, I'm a really bad England supporter. Don't get me wrong. Europeans, World Cup, yep, every single game. Watch it without fail. Friendlies, and nah, I want to watch something that's, that means something. So why do I watch Sheffield Wednesday? Anyway, yeah, so that's everything I need from there. Let's just go ahead and get the rest of this done. And our flight time tonight is about an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. So we'll get this, we'll get the ATIS, we'll work out what we're going to be doing, and where we're going to be going. That's fine. Hour and 23 minutes. There we go, hour and 23. So let's just check everything else is working. Spoilers, flaps, parking brake, squawking to 1,000, doors open, get the constraints on there, and then over on the tops. Yep, fine. Good. Okay, great stuff. Let's just grab the ATIS. Basel was online. They are still online. 12788. So we'll get those.
2.-1 QNH1026. Inform Alpha received on first contact.
Just grab the rest of that.
And level 80.
Bonjour. This is Basel
Aircraft
information
towing
Alpha
operations
recorded on
underway.
1730
Expect delays.
Runway in use 33. Expect radar vectors ILFC. Transition level 80. Wind 350 degrees 7 knots. Cab OK. Temperature +7. 2.-1 QNH1026.
Okay, that's everything we
Inform
need.
Alpha received on first contact.
Good stuff. Right, we'll carry on going through stuff. Where is the operational flight plan? So what have you guys been up to? If you've had or having a flight at the moment today, then let me know what we're doing. So we are we're quite full tonight, looking at that. Only a small underload. Takeoff weight is already above max landing weight. Alternate is Barcelona, cost index of 37,000 feet. Look at the tailwind, that's nice. That means this trip usually a little bit longer, but that wind's going to help us along. Shear rate is fine. Runway 33, that's in use as per the 80, so that is fine. Expecting the ILS approach 01. Plug fuel 62, CNR is 2.5. I don't foresee any major issues, although interestingly enough the weather in Menorca is a bit windy, gusting 42 knots. Oh my, I've actually been to Menorca when it's been really bad about 3 years ago. There's a few people here on the chat as well back then that also was in Menorca. They had a massive storm while we were over there, and it was horrible. My kids vowed they never want to go back. I said they were very, very unlucky while we were there. But yeah, so that's quite interesting. Although technically that's straight on the nose, runway 1, and that's 010 at 31 knots. So that's going to be a really strong headwind landing, so that could be good fun. But in terms of anything else, yeah, it looks like those winds are probably going to continue throughout the evening with a few towering cumulus and rain as well. Rick's just landed in Palma for virtual Easyjet. Well done, Rick. Hope the weather was nicer there than it is in its neighbouring country. So that's alright. We've got decent weather as well at Barcelona Alta, so that's fine. Just having a quick look. So about 50 minutes into the flight for only a few minutes. We've just got MSA above 10,000 feet. No times. I'm going to ignore those. I'll use my app in a moment to go through those. Then just have a look at the wind information, weather chart. So that is our flight route. There is the wind. That's interesting. I've not seen that before. Sounds like it comes down here, stops, and turns around and goes back. I've never seen that before. A little bit of turbulence. We're not going to get above that. It's 40,000 feet. So, and we're flying right in that sector of turbulence as well. So can't get away from it. So what fuel are we going to take? Well, to be fair, we can't really take that much extra, can we? So given the possibility for winds, towering cumulus, rain, and very gusty winds as well, which could obviously destabilize approach, go around potential, let's throw in, we can throw in an extra half ton on there, and that'll be fine. So we're going to load, let's load 6.8 tons, and that should be fine for us. Bus driver, I actually can't. I think it is it France VFR? I think it's France VFR scenery I'm using for this at Basel. There's a couple of Basel. Oh, actually, no, is it France VFR? No, it might not be. It might be. What's the other one? Available from Aerosoft. Could be that one. DC, good evening, my friend. Hope you are. Hope you're doing well. Yes. So let's. Who we got in the cabin crew? tonight. Hey guys, we are all ready to start boarding, etc. back here. So who have we got on the cabin crew with us tonight? I think I've got the cabin crew set up. Find out in a minute in case they don't answer us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight where the only turbulence you'll experience is from our captain's questionable flying skills. Please
Lovely.
make sure your seatbelts are fastened, your tray tables are stowed, and your sense of humor is ready for takeoff. If you see the captain looking a bit lost, don't worry. He's just trying to find the runway. Again, enjoy the flight.
How rude. So QNH was 1026 and we'll set the box for a minute. Monitoring the guard frequency 121.5. Yeah. It's going to get a bit dark soon, isn't it? So let's turn all that up. Mahon is at Menorca. So, yep. The not so sunny Isle of Menorca tonight. Thrust levers, engine mode, master selection, that's fine. Just turn that up. Squawking 2000 and 1017 up here. Right, let us set up the box. 1017, it's not 1017, it's 1026. 1017 was what it currently is in Menorca at the moment. So, box set up. Let's do our init request. Come on. Yeah, there we go. See, Easyjet Alpha Mike, cost index of 4 as per usual. It is 7 degrees outside, and what was the winds? Not the winds, the tropic 255 and 7. Get those in, and then we'll do our wind request as well. Good evening, Peter. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing very well. Hope all your students have been absolutely flawless for the past few days. Iris init 47358 north, 731.7 east, and we're happy with that. The stand is 14 alpha. Tonight we're going to be flying at 37,000 feet with a temperature of minus 44. And let's get the flight plan in. So, what have we got? Off runway 33. Not quite sure why my physical McDo isn't working. We are expecting the Albany 8 November, which is that one here, and then in Menorca we are going to go ILS 01 Zulu. I think it's Zulu. We can check en route. Remind me to check en route, please, because I will forget. The Rixot 2 Bravo arrival. No VIA for that, and insert. We have got Rickman says believes easier using 6 at the minute. They used to use 6. They haven't used 6 for a long time, Rickman. Not since COVID, actually. They used to use 6 and 8. They kind of one or the other, depending on obviously what was on the flight plan. No, Easyjet on the last plans I've seen, real world ones obviously, they are all 4. So yeah, we'll stick with that. Stick with our correct stops for tonight. Hey DC, good evening to you. Can't remember if I saw you come in earlier. I think I did, DC, but hello again. 622 miles, and I've got, what, 619 miles. That is perfect. We shall absolutely take that. Bravo Lima Mike is our nearest radar. We've got that in, but I'm going to tune that in anyway. So that's cut in. And now we want our zero fuel weight, which for tonight's flight is going to be at 60.3, and that zero fuel weight CFG was 32.6, which we got off the load sheet a little bit earlier on. What was the fuel for the alternate? Quick look at that, 1.4 tons. Peter, no major issues last week, and this week you're off. So you don't care. That's absolutely fine then, isn't it? Good stuff. 6-2. What am I taking? 6-8. Brickmail, oh well, I will double check on that. I can do that very easily. I've just been lazy and haven't checked. 17 minutes of flight time. That's fine. Takeoff weight 669. Landing weight 63.5. Perfect. Right, onto our performance page. The difference between 6 and 4, though, in a cost index is absolutely negligible. So, it is dry. We're going to go config 1. No need for toga. No need for anti-ice. Even though it's only 7 degrees, there's no moisture around us. Packs will be off, of course. Our takeoff weight was 669. And our CFG is 30.9. Good stuff. I get the weather in, and we're going to go... I'm going to go into section Delta. Just then we can take any figures we want, can't we? So that is 146, 146, and 146. Wow. All the numbers lining up for a nice long runway. Flex of 61. And flaps 1, of course. Good stuff. Now, I can't remember the noise abatement here, so let me just have a look if it's noise abatement 1 or 2, and I shall find out. Runway 33, it is noise abatement 1. So, it is 1682. 1682. That's our thrust reduction acceleration altitude. And the engine out is 1682. Okay, so that's all planned. Let's have a look at the secondary flight plan for our engine out procedure. So that is a non-standard in and out procedure here, because there is terrain around. We'll discuss that in a moment once we get the map up and have a look. ATC Swede, mate, good afternoon or good evening even to you. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. I really do appreciate your support, ATC Swede. It's been a long time since we've actually flown to Sweden, so we probably need to do a Swedish flight soon, because it's getting light up there now, of course, isn't it, for long periods of day. And let's face it, Microsoft Flight Simulator always looks better in the daylight. So yeah, we might have to venture up that way. And Easyjet fly up there as well, don't they? So yeah. Andy, am I on a sim update? No. I'm not on the beta. Definitely not. I don't want things to break. So non-standard is probably Mike 7 miles. It's a left turn to the Arctic hold. So we're going to get Bravo Lima Mike 7 miles. Runway heading, which is 332. And we can pop that in. Pop that in there. Oh, I put it the wrong way around. Place, bearing, distance. Try it that way. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, probably the mic. Hope boarding is going slowly back there. Place, bearing, distance. Take up the hold. The hold is not there actually. It is then at Arctic. Then we take up the hold. Inbound course is 092, right turns. Good. And then from Altic we would exit the hold and we'd come back to Lima Fox Sierra Bravo here at Basel and landing runway 33, which is what we're departing on. We heard on the ATIS they're using 33 Zulu. No star. Altic is one of the vias, so let's check to see if that looks something like... Oh, the original flight plan's actually screwed up. I need to go in and sort that, but I'll do that in a minute. So, straight out. That's our place bearing distance. That's our left holding point turn, so that's fine. What is going on with the primary flight plan here? 701, 703... Oh, actually... Oh, that might be correct. Oh, I thought I'd messed up the primary flight plan. I have not. I've got the right one in. Good. So that's done, that's done, that's done. Let's contact air traffic control. Grumpy bus driver, good evening, sir, to you. Hope you're doing well. Jilted Monkey, you're flying mostly X-plane these days and you're on the hunt for a good performance calculator for the 320. Apart from SimSmart, oh, the link will be dead because the website changed. I think it's now simsmart.uk. If you want to check SimSmart out, yeah, simsmart.uk. That is only for the 320 Neo though, to be fair, so it's kind of depreciated in what it's useful for now because most of the aircraft in all our flight sims have got very good they've all got very good calculators involved, which is obviously when Flight Sim first came out, Flight Sim 2020 that is, there wasn't any calculator available for the 320 Neo, the fly-by-wire, so we created one which is as close as possible to real-world calculations, but yeah, all the devs have now caught up, so a lot of them in Microsoft Flight Simulator have all got decent performance calculators as well. ATC Swede, mate, you're continuing with the absolute shower of gifts this evening. Thank you so much, gifting 5 Easyjet channel memberships to our community. That is incredible. Thank you so much, helping turn our chat green, and obviously memberships an amazing way to support this channel and everything we do. So do consider becoming a member if you do enjoy the channel. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to contact ATC and see what is occurring there. I'm just going to check. Are we boarding still at the moment? We are still boarding. Excellent. Right. What's the frequency for ATC? We'll give them a shout and see what they've got for us. So it is 121,605. 121,605. It's quite busy here on the ground, it looks like, outside. Basel ground, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. A320 stand 14 Alpha with information Alpha requesting IFR clearance asphalt to Mahon.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Basel ground. Good evening, information Bravo is current. Runway 33, cleared to Menorca via Albany 8 November departure, initial climb 7,000 feet and squawk 1,000.
Cleared via the Albany 3 November departure, runway 33, initial climb 7,000, and we will copy information Bravo for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, read back correct.
Just as I made that call, I saw Peter ATCO and his incredibly generous donation, and I wanted to burst out laughing, but at any moment now I knew the ATC would be coming back, so I had to try and compose myself. Peter, mate, thank you so much for your very, very kind donation, and 10 EasyJet Sim Pilot channel memberships to follow that one up as well. He says, "Of my dead body, I'm not letting a Swede win this one." That's awesome. And the chat is indeed turning green. That is amazing. Thank you so much to our Scandinavian friends this evening for your support. Right, so they've just confirmed everything that that we needed there. So yeah, we're off departure runway 33, Auburn 8 November in the box. That's fine. Initial climb is going to be flight level 70. Transition altitude here also 70. We've got a squawk of 1000, which I shall get in the box as well. So that's done. I think we're pretty much boarded as well. So all is grand. Let's go through the charts and we'll do our briefing. I've updated my I'm continuing to build my little NOTAM my briefing app, so I'll bring that on screen. We'll have a look at this. Where we're going from, Fox Sierra Bravo, and we're landing, Mahon. So it's runway 33, it's runway 1, flight time's about an hour and a half, so we'll give a flight window of about 2.5 hours. And let's just brief this. Okay, so what we've got here in Basel at the moment. So winds have picked up oh no, that's Basel. There we go. So we've got weather here. So a few towering cumulus around. This is our brief, by the way. So starting with the weather, we've got a few towering cumulus around, but Cav OK. 1027 is now the latest QNH, so we'll update that there and there. So that's fine. So mostly headwind for departure. Towering cumulus is fine. NOTAMs, what have we got? Runway 7 and 25 closed. That's the only red NOTAM for us today. That does not affect us. Any other threats? Nope. That is grand. Let's have a look at Mahon then. So winds, you can see currently 38 knots. Most of that is headwind though, as we suggested, so that's fine. So yeah, that wind gusting up to 38 knots. Towering cumulus around as well, which we mentioned. Landing runway 1. NOTAMs, MSA has changed. Visual segments of that's okay. It's only a green NOTAM, so that's fine. Weather is going to be our biggest threat. So so yeah, there we are. Hey Robert Brugg, long time no speak, mate. Oh, great to see you on stream. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Let me get the charts up then, and we'll have a look at what we're doing. So, we are parked, as I said, stand 14 Alpha, which is, come on chart, there we are. So it's park stand 14 Alpha, pushback, presumably facing north, get the taxi down onto maybe the Alpha or Bravo. Let's have a look. No, we won't. We'll be facing south, won't we? Facing south. What am I talking about? Facing south and taxi down Alpha. We have got figures from Delta, so that's okay. It means we don't have to go full length. So yeah, we'll request Delta and also 2,900 meters. We can see that is in the computer, so that's performance is valid. Our departure then is straight out. First turn will be to the right, I think. Get that up. Here we go. Yeah, first turn to the right, checking for any speed restrictions. There is a speed restriction there, max speed 220 knots till 703. So let's have a look at our performance characteristic speeds. So yeah, we're going to fly at green dot then. We'll clean up on schedule, but we'll hold 219. So let's just pre-select that speed so we don't bust that. And I think that then is pretty much it for constraints, and then we're off to Auburn, then we're good. Okay, so threats to be aware of. We've already discussed the threats with the weather on arrival. There's nothing here for our departure. We've got terrain to the south of us. MSA is 4,100 feet, rising, of course, after 703 to 6,400 feet. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward departure, so I'm quite happy. Hey guys, we're looking to push back hopefully in the next 5 minutes, so if you can make sure the cabins are all prepared. Arm doors and cross-check, please. So, hopefully the cabin crew will be ready to go. Let's get that APU.
Captain. Doors are armed and cross-check is complete. We're ready to push back.
And 6.8 tons of fuel.
Welcome aboard this flight where the captain is hoping to push back in 5 minutes. So if you could all make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your sense of humor is ready, we might just take off before he realizes he forgot to turn on the engines. Enjoy the flight.
Okay, APU is starting. Grumpy Bus Driver, when will the No Time Brief Pro be available? I said at the moment, Grumpy, there's just a few more things I want to add to it. I built it not almost as like a little personal project, not as something to release. But if people think it's going to be useful, then I might look into that. So yeah. Right. Just waiting for APU to start. I'm happy. Is everybody else happy? Whilst I'm waiting for everyone to be happy, we will just... Oops, didn't mean to flick that on. We will just check that fuel is balanced. Great stuff. Okay, so cockpit preparation checklist. Aircraft acceptance, that's been completed. Our fuel quantity is 6.8 tonne balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is, we've got the 3.5 greens. The bar of QNH is 1027, 1027, and 1027. Happy, happy, happy. Good. And I think, as I said, everyone is on board. Let's get back on the ground frequency. APU is now available. Let's just start a timer, 3 minutes to get the packs on. Disconnect the ground power, and we'll tell them that we are good to go. Ground Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand 14 Alpha is ready for push and start.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, start and push approved, spec on Alpha facing south, QNH 1027.
Push and start approved, facing south, and copy QNH 1027 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, beacon light and transponder.
Your voice sounds very familiar to me. Have you been here more times than Basel?
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, we've not been to Basel for quite a long time. However, we do come. When we do come, we're usually on YouTube.
Okay, that's why.
Right, we've also got a final load sheet, so we'll just want to wait for the ground crew to do their thing.
Good evening, Alpha 24 Whiskey Golf.
668, takeoff weight's fine, and 30.5, 32 for excellent. So, no LMCs.
For Whiskey Golf, Basel Ground, good evening. Information Bravo is current. Runway 33 cleared to Mahon via Olden 8 November departure. Initial flight 7,000 feet and squawk 1,000.
Just got another message that I want to clear.
Olden 8 November departure. Initial climb 7,000 feet, squawk 1,000, Alpaca.
Yeah, Captain Cats, 8148. I was thinking the same thing. They are very clear, very slow, steady, and yeah, just what I would call great air traffic control, because it's not rushed. Everything's plain and simple and easy to understand, which particularly if you're brand new on VATSIM, that I think that is one of the biggest fears that people might have, not being able to understand the ATC. Fogbound Turtle, is it hard to be anonymous on VATSIM anymore? Actually, no. it's not that often that the voice is recognised. Right, come on GSX, what are we doing?
Basilea Ground, Wizz 454, radio check.
Wizz 454, Basel Ground, good evening.
Okay, parking brakes released.
Did you read my message and did you hear my message on the radio? You're on the wrong gate. This is the GAC for the VF4 flight. Please change your gate on your plane to the gate 44 or whatever, but don't stay on the GAC, please.
Okay, engine mode select to 2 ignition and starting engine 1.
Walker 3465, respect taxi.
Walker 3465, are you able to turn right on Mike 2 onto Bravo?
Upper.
Walker 3465, thank you very much. We'll taxi to intersection Delta, runway 33 via Mike 2 and Bravo.
We'll let them know as well we can take intersection Delta for departure. Lemon Wolf. That made me chuckle.
Brasilia Ground, do you hear me?
Visa 454, radio 5. Do you read me?
Number 1 is good. Starting engine 2. Get terrain radar on as well. Oh, that looks meaty.
Check, do you hear me?
Visa 454, I hear you.
Hey, Fly-by-Wire Sim Pilot, you have grabbed Flight Sim 24. Fantastic. Have you managed to get all your controls set up yet? Because that's the worst bit. Okay, and number 2. Good engine start. Right, parking brake is set. Engine mode selector is normal.
Walker 3465, contact tower.
Anti-ice not required.
Goodbye, have a nice night, and thanks for flying.
Over to tower 118.3, thanks so much, and have a nice evening as well. 13465.
Okay, and our we didn't do the before start checklist. Why did no one shout at me? Anyway, parking brake is on. Takeoff data, let's just confirm, is V1 146, V2 146. Windows are closed and heads are on flight mode. Doors are closed and armed. Beacon light is obviously on, and the after start checklist. Anti-ice off. Ecam status is checked. Pitch trim 30.6. Rudder is neutral. Looks like we're clear here. Pins removed. So let's do a flight control check. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Started push approved, back on blue line, QNH on 027. Fall down. And neutral. Rudder. All right. Left. Alpha 24 Whiskey Golf and please set squawk 1000. Neutral. Iceberg for all, good evening to you. Okay, we are good to go. Let me just quickly get the ground chart up. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is ready for taxi, and we can depart via intersection Delta this evening.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, so taxi to intersection Delta, runway 33 via Alpha and Delta.
Taxi via Alpha Delta, holding point Delta for runway 33 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. So, straight down to the end, turn right. Straightforward enough. Let's get everything on. Did I not get the predicted wind shear on? There we go. Good stuff, let's go. Okay, so no change to our performance then today. Engine out procedure is non-standard, so it is straight out and 7 miles from Basel and Mike. a left-hand turn, hold at the Altix holding point, so hold above MSA, it's going to be 4,000 feet. Departure is straight out, the initial turn is to the right, we're clear to clean up. Once passing waypoint 703, we are going to push for managed speed, holding at S speed until then, and our initial climb is 7,000. So, taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMNAs, we've got 146 blue, 146 magenta, climb nav blue, 1 FD2, 7,000 blue. Radar and predictive wind shear on engine mode selector is normal. ECAM memo is takeoff. No blue, still waiting for the cabin. EFB is stowed, so I'm just waiting for the cabin. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're about to take off.
Time 34 Alpha Mike, contact tower on the MSFS. Goodbye, have a nice night, thanks for flying.
A bit lost? Don't worry, he's just trying to find a runway.
Over to tower now, thank
Again,
you for
enjoy
the
flight.
ATC, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Did she just say this is the captain speaking? I don't think it is. Right, what was that tower frequency? 1183. Tower, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike on Delta.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Basel Tower, good evening. Wind 360 degrees 6 knots, runway 33, intersection Delta, clear for takeoff.
Clear to take off runway 33 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, let's light her up and let's go.
Approaching runway 33.
Confirm ECAM takeoff no blue, which it is. It's quite a long runway, this, isn't it? Okay, rolling takeoff then. Takeoff, start the chrono. Let's go. Man flex, SRS runway, auto thrust blue.
Runway 33 remaining.
Takeoff thrust set.
100 feet.
Hundred knots.
On runway 33
V1.
remaining. 6,400
Rotate.
feet.
Positive climb, gear up, nav.
Taxis 54 Papa Hotel.
Gonna be straight into the cloud.
Good evening, continue approach. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Radar 133.005. Bye bye, have a nice flight.
133005 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, bye bye. Thrust climb. Climb auto thrust, autopilot 1 engaged. Tuning the radio and just watching the speed climb. So, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Get the packs on as well.
Taxis 54 Papa Hotel, wind 360 degrees 6 knots, runway 3.
Rim Centre, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike passing 4,000 for 7,000 and Auburn 8 November.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, in lower option side, turn right direct to Sierra Bravo 703, transferable 110.
Climb flight level 110 and just confirm, was that a direct for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike?
From direct to Sierra Bravo 703.
Sarah Bravo 703 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Thought it was, just sounded a bit quiet. That's direct 703. Okay, standard pressure 110 blue.
Is a Piper Papa Alpha 24 at Strasbourg. We have our flights from Strasbourg to Basel with a departure via Sierra. Request startup, please.
Okay, quick flick of the seatbelt sign. That gives us the that's the sign for the cabin crew to start walking around and doing stuff.
Tango will leave the control zone via Sierra. Squawk is 7001, QNH 1028. Delta Julia Tango.
Who was it who asked if we stayed anonymous on VATSIM earlier? And I said, yeah, we do.
National Call, Truck Bridge 75 X-ray, Romeo flight level 310, Mount to Golf, Bingo, Quebec.
Moon and contrail up there, it's nice to see. Still think the moon's too small.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, contact switch 128.050, goodbye.
128050 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, bye bye. 128
Eastern Service 100, apologies, top this 14.
05.
And then 31 Hotel, descent about 300.
It is very busy tonight.
Flight level 250, so return to uniform. Roger, 128.
At speed alt star. And we can push for managed speed shortly. Swiss radar, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, reaching flight level 110, direct Sierra Bravo 703.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, the Saba Grid, identify, continue present heading, climb to flight level 240.
Continue present heading and climb flight level 240, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
34 Alpha Mike, actually, let's make it easier, direct to Basel.
And could just confirm the direct for us, please, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Thrust climb up, climb 240.
34 Alpha Mike, direct to Basel, Bravo Echo, Romeo Sierra uniform.
Direct Bear Zoo for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Lufthansa 788, contact
Get the beam points in case we need to do a fuel check later on. And we're a nav Bear Zoo 240 blue. Good stuff. Yeah, that was quite interesting. So we got told to continue present heading. So at that point you probably saw me just pushing for managed speed there as well. You probably saw me pulling the heading book because at that point we'd been told we need to fly on that heading and not the track that we'd been given.
Airways 117 Mike, with radar go now with identified descent flight level 130, prepare to Golf Ferrari.
Descent flight level 130, clear Basel to Golf Ferrari, advice 117 Mike.
With 5, turn left heading 050.
Turn left heading 050, set 5.
Edelweiss 117 Mike, we upper heavy with Cologne about Schindler.
Nice to have a little bit of daylight for our flight, but it's going to be dark when we get to Menorca, of course.
Negative for the Edelweiss 117 Mike.
Normal, Edelweiss 117 Mike, sorry.
Ja, we upper heavy with Cologne about Schindler first.
Okay, Roger, 117 Mike.
Few cumulus clouds knocking about. We're clearly over the top of those. We're past 10,000 feet now, so all of that excitement. Spoilers, flaps, lights. Seatbelt signs are off.
Down to 160,
Oh, Still said landing lights were on there for a second.
5 for you as well, a little bit of descent wouldn't hurt, you're quite high.
Okay, cost index
And
0.
Swiss 5.
Hey, first.
Radnav, clear now.
Rate of descent would help.
Signal flight plan, copy the active.
Could you please
Oh,
give me
good.
rate of descent Swiss 5?
Ja, zoveel wie gaat.
Roger that, Swiss 5.
Killer Pato, how can you get a 777 for free? Win the lottery, then it feels like it's for free.
Bravo Victor, contact France 133.005, voorbij.
Pandora's pilot, what flight level did you flick the seatbelts to let the camera crew know? It's not very high up. It's normally about 4,000 feet. It also depends on the weather. You know, if it's a bit bumpy on the way out, keep them strapped in a bit longer. Lemon, hearing the ping always wakes me up. Scares the hell out of me.
Like 117 Mike, we expect 1 or 2
Most likely 2
Roger, 117 Mike.
Also for Swiss 5, Swiss control.
2 stations, Swiss ambulance 1, say again.
So, as we are going to be flying over the Alps this evening, we are going to put in our DGAD point.
Now the climb to flight level 180.
225 and 090.
Swiss 5, should we expect a 28 or 14 arrival?
Oh, we're actually flying straight over it. I'm not sure I've ever done that before. Huh. We've always used DGAD. That is our peak of the Alps sort of waypoint. Don't think I've ever flown over it before. That's brilliant.
Mike, left turn direct Kersa.
Oh, where is that? Left turn direct Gersa. Confirm Golf Echo Romeo Sierra Alpha.
Correct.
Direct Gersa for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Advice 117 Mike, that's 4,000.
4,000, advice 117 Mike.
Ethiopian 768, contact to the arrival 135.230.
135230, Ethiopian 768.
I see we've just got an aircraft here that I think he's going into Basel actually, but he's just over there, so that wanted us to get that turn made a little bit sooner, which makes sense. Peter says ATC feels confident this evening. It's been alright so far, hasn't it?
65 turn left heading 360.
360 Swiss 5.
Has been what I feel to be a
117 Mike, contact to the arrival 135.230.
very busy
To the
departure.
arrival 135.230, Swiss correction advice 117 Mike, sir.
Swiss ambulance 1 information Sierra in Dameden. I assume RMP approach by payload is okay for you? Ambulance 1 Roger, direct to payload. This 15 Mike, stop descent flight level 190.
Stop descent 190, Mike.
Love the fact that I can see the passengers on board playing on their tablets.
Charlie Bravo 6, radar coordinates identified, descent to flight level 130, assigned rate.
Descent level 130, Swiss 5, Charlie Bravo.
Won't be too long now before the sun is up for many hours later.
Swiss radar, good Nachricht. With an Alpha Kilo passing 10 flight level 104.
That speed alt star.
Alpha Kilo 6, radar coordinates identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Swiss, eine Alpha Kilo.
It's radar topic, Swiss 5 Delta, flight level 360.
Zero Delta 6, radar coordinates identified, quick headed 3 Golf, arrival descent to flight level 190.
See how long it is before we get a climb to our cruising altitude, which I'm presuming is going to be absolutely fine. We've got 37, 36 is optimum, 384 is fine as the maximum, so yeah. Getting up to our cruising altitude tonight is straightforward.
Alpha Mike, no more conflicting traffic, further climb on discretion, ready 778, frequency change, proof, bye-bye.
Overtune on 122.8, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night.
315 Mike, descend to flight level 130.
Delta 130,
Right, we are now on our own. SayIntentions Air Traffic Control will pick us up. And now we can continue our climb, as we've just said. We've got no reservations over that, so let's continue up straight to 370. The quicker we get up there, the quicker we get to our destination. Thrust climb, up climb, 370 blue.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, contact Swiss radar on 133.05.
Okay, so Swiss radar checking in. Our co-pilot will handle the comms tonight. Remember, of course, very important, that if you are going to do this, you're going to have to use COM2 for monitoring Unicom.
Flight level 240.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Swiss radar identified. 7 miles east of Emin Air Base at flight level 250, QNH 1027, Fox, cleared direct origin.
Cleared direct where now?
Cleared direct origin. QNH 1027, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
I believe that's meant to be Origi.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, climb flight level 370.
Hey, Vivek.
Climbing flight level 370, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
So this is our first of 2 streams this week. We're live tonight. We're live again on Thursday night. So hopefully get the chance to catch us a couple of times this week. Captain Caps 80148 downloaded which freeware scenery was that? So is that meant to be the Menorca one, Lima Echo Mike Hotel? I don't know where November Hotel is, but I didn't know there was a free one, to be honest with you. We've not got the free one in tonight. We're going to be flying straight over Milan, look. So worth checking the weather. I'm going to cheat once again. I'm just going to type in Milan here, as it's quicker. So Milan has got decent weather as well, although wind shear actually reported 35 right. Robert Brook, which RARs ad am I using? It's not. It's part of SayIntentions. So yeah, SayIntentions is the culprit. Is responsible for that. That's quite cool. I've not. I was just testing this because I'd not actually seen wind shear in a meta whilst I've been programming this this app. So I wanted to see if it actually flagged it up as a threat, which wind shear, yes it does. ILS 35 left, unavailable. So that's quite cool. I didn't select the runway, so it can't give us a proper wind information. But yeah, that's nice. Taxiway partially closed. Yeah, so I will look at getting this out to you guys if anybody fancies it. The No Time Brief Pro app. I don't know why I've called it that, because it's going to do a lot more than No Times, but it just should help you guys brief your flights a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, a bit more simple. At least that's my plan. So this is DGAD then. This is the Alps that we're passing over, which, say, we've used the waypoint DGAD many times before. I can't ever recall actually flying over it. Or not via it, certainly. And aside from it looking a little bit hazy out, it's gorgeous, isn't it? We should have that tailwind helping us along as well, which we do, 71. I think the best way I'm going to be able to get No Time Brief out to people, Grumpy Bus Driver, when I'm sort of happy with how it's working and that, would probably be via our Discord server, Grumpy Bus Driver. That's probably the best way for us to do that. Right, so what we got? We have got about 5,000 feet to go. Yeah, should have an awesome view of Milan, straight on the nose of the aircraft. Caps 8148, who says the freeware will do until I find a good paid version. Paid scenery is almost always better. So I'm using a paid one. That is from, I'm sure it's Just Sim, which is available through Aerosoft. I'm almost certain that is the one I've got. That's the problem now. I've got that many add-ons. It's so difficult to remember which one I'm using. J-Hog, is Mr. Furry flying? No, I've not seen Mr. Furry tonight. Mr. HD is flying, but he's been all cocky and doing it for real. I don't know where he's gone tonight. Can't be anywhere too far away. I'll get pinged when he lands about midnight. Shame we've got no ATC over Italy. But yeah, right on the nose of the aircraft, I would assume we should have Milan down there somewhere. I mean, to be fair, that looks pretty stunning, I think. Lemon HD is doing absolutely fine. I'm literally, I speak to him every day, so I still bug him. For those of you who've been on the channel for a very long time and remember the very early days, 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, so when I told him that the channel had won the community award at the FS weekend the other day, once again thank you to everyone who voted, he asked if the trophy I got was a ruler. Which, for those of you who have been around for a while, will understand exactly what he was talking about. There we go. We just see Milan Airport, Malpensa, right on the nose of the aircraft. There, look, it's just coming into view. There we are. Couldn't have timed that better, could we, actually? Don't know if there's anybody actually down there. Oh, Lemon, he's a busy boy. He's a very, very busy boy. Ah, is that Milan ATC? Indeed it is. And that is SayIntentions handing us off now back to Milan Radar on VATSIM. So we will indeed contact them.
Radar on 132.705. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
I've got two different centres wanting to talk to me. AI ATC cannot communicate with virtual ATC. So, who am I talking to here? We'll go on the one... Alright, let's see if this is the right frequency. Milan Radar, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, reaching flight level 370.
Fine, 34 Alpha Mike, ciao Milano, identified.
Looks like we picked the right one. I got two different contact me's then from two different frequencies. And that's all cruise. So, 37,000 feet. We'll set that to below. Scroll through our SD pages.
3654, ciao Milano, identified.
Fuel used, 1750, that's 5.8, what did we load? 6.8, yeah, perfect. Temperatures are fine. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it when everything's working. So, we have just, have we just passed a waypoint? Oh, we have just passed a waypoint. We're direct PDAC. So, Odina will do the fuel check. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got two Italian controllers wanting to fight over me. Milan Radar, we are getting contact me's from another Milan Radar, 135455. Which frequency do you want us on, please?
I was about to hand you to the next sector, standby.
In that case, the other guy's just very, very impatient. Do I need to kick the flight strip, Peter? I shall do that for you in a moment. So let me just do that.
Fine, 34 Alpha Mike, contact Milano, frequency 135.455.
135455, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night.
613, contact Milano 129275, ciao. 19275, Airways to Yankee Papa, test 1 November.
Right, hopefully the top banner is working for you.
Test 1 November, pilot Yankee to Yankee Papa.
Golf Mike Alpha Lima Lima, descent flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150.
I was just waiting for him to read the call sign back there, but he didn't. Milan Radar, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, flight level 370.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good day, identified.
Right, now we can do the fuel check. So we had a plug of 6.3 rounded up. We took 6.8, so we've got about 700 kilograms extra. We have just passed Odina, so we should have about 5 tons of fuel, which we do, so that's fine.
Delta 1 to Tango, good day, sir. Identified, proceed direct A-brake. Proceed direct A-brake. Delta 1 to Tango.
So I've just realised it's become very dark in my flight deck. It wasn't dark when I started, so I'm just going to have to nip and put the lamp on. Back in a second.
2000 feet per minute.
2,000 feet per minute, right up there. Thank you.
That's better. Okay. I'm writing stuff down in front of me. I couldn't see what I was writing. It was that dark. Hey, Mono, good to see you. Luis Gaming, you love Menorca. Well, hopefully the weather will be kind to us when we get there. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, as always, please help us out. Hit the like button. Don't forget to check out the Jetlog app on the Google Play Store if you are a plane spotter. I saw an Antonov 124 today using this, and yeah, so using our Jetlog app, I'm able to spot that on my logbook, which was great. Obviously, as well, we've got our Contrail discount code shown down here at the bottom. Make sure you scribble that down, save yourself some money on your next Contrail store purchase, and then our channel partner Inabuild as well. The link in the video description down below. Anything is an affiliate link, so anything you use and purchase from Inabuild using that link does help support us. So big thank you to everyone for that. Blazed and Confused Aviation was our last subscriber. That is a fantastic name. And BE441, thank you so much for the follow. And Beric as well on Twitch for following us. About to head out over the Mediterranean.
0432. 0432 con Eco Mike. Golf Mike Alpha Lima Lima, contact Genova 119.6, bye.
There's a few names in that Streamlabs list there, Peter, that I've not seen for a while. Liana, Eastbirds, Bacchus.
Lufthansa 12 Tango 127450. 127-450,
Captain Blazin, Google helped me pick that name. I mean, he did a great job. Fantastic job.
Okay, travel 3 Bravo Delta, direct Tajib. Condor 3654, good day sir, cleared Victor Oscar Golf 1 November, ILS Yankee 28, descent flight level.
Just trying to have a look, see if we've got any ATC in the Spanish Isles. I don't think we do, so once we move away from Italy we are going to lose that, I'm afraid.
Fenix 2GX Sierra, we are with you at 350.
Channel to Juliet Sierra, ciao. Proceed direct Echo Lima Bravo.
Proceed direct Echo Lima Bravo, I connect to Juliet Sierra.
Arcanamo says he likes the Italian accent of the air traffic control. Yeah, it's very exotic, isn't it? Peter Fouquet, good evening to you. You're not late, you are bang on time. Not many people have the ability to board an aircraft at 37,000 feet. You have nailed it. So, yeah, everything is now... We're now in that sitting pretty phase of flight.
Turning left now to Anaki.
Which is lovely.
Devox 3 Echo Arrival, stroke 1000.
To Devox 3 Echo, stroke 1000, radar to Hotel Express.
I did hear someone say with you there, Lemon. I was wondering if Peter was going to pick up on that. Caps 8148 says, are you guys also eagerly awaiting the Fenix 320 Neo add-on? Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Neo is now pretty much it's the main Airbus aircraft, isn't it? They're doing so well with that. Leaving Boeing behind.
Condor 3654, descent rate level 120.
Austrian 331 Charlie, good evening to you. Peter did not hear that. I thought you must not have heard it. You must have bat ears though, as an ATC. You must pick up on absolutely everything.
Pine 3 for Alpha Mike, proceed direct Talep.
Proceed direct Taleb for Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. That direct doesn't actually give us much of a direct, but I would imagine that might be the edge of his control boundary, so gets us to there, then hands us off.
Alpha 2 for Whiskey Golf, ciao, recleared Talep.
Sorry, would you repeat, please?
Alpha 2 for Whiskey Golf, Milano, ciao, proceed Talep, Tango Alpha Lima Eco Papa.
And Captain Blazer says he's waiting for 3 aircraft, the Synaptic A320, the Vector 787, and someone to do a Bombardier Global Express. Do you know the Vector 787, the Dreamliner? I'd never even heard of that before until this FS weekend. I know it's Boeing, so I'm not really up on that, but yeah, it was interesting to me to see that was going to be coming out. Dextro Gaming PR, mate, thank you for the follow, really appreciate that. Fogbound Turtle is waiting for a Dash 8. I think quite a lot of people are waiting for that, to be honest with you.
Channel 2 Juliet, Roger, report back.
Milano Alcoter, Nicola Sassi,
Volotea 3 November Golf, ciao, Squawk 4637.
Squawk 4637, November Golf.
I personally, if I have to say, I'm waiting for a particular Boeing aircraft. Yeah, I've got to agree there with Arkham Moores.
Condor 3654.
The 757. I'm not a Boeing lover, but that's the 757 is just, it's awesome. Hey Dark, good evening to you. You didn't get a notification? I pinged you on Discord. Not you personally, obviously, but...
Testo 1 November, aspetta LS Yankee 28.
Oh, Peter, so you are off work, but you are working. No rest for the wicked, Peter. Moores, you're also waiting for the Indibills A380 and the A220. Well, you know, it's going to be something special if Indibills can top the fly-by-wire A380. Liverpool says the Vector aircraft, the 787, the Dreamliner, if he remembers rightly, it just showed up, just like the Phoenix just showed up and gave us an amazing product. That is indeed true. Yeah, I must admit, I'm surprised no one's brought out a 757 and concentrated on the 757 in a bit more detail, much quicker for Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Mike, leaving my space advisory 1228, goodbye.
122.8, thank you for the service, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night. So, yeah, it's because it's an aircraft that everybody, I think, would fly. If you fly the 737, if you're a Boeing lover, but you want to do slightly longer flights, the 757 is the way to go. If you are a Boeing lover that likes long-haul flights, but doesn't always have time to do them, the 75 is the way to go. British Airways used to fly the 757 years ago between Manchester and Heathrow. So, it does absolutely everything. It covers a multitude of sins, which is just fantastic. Shawnee, I did see the Ryanair poster. This one about them going to be serious from now on. I mean, the fact that it is April Fool's Day tomorrow. Speaking of which, anyone in any of the mods in the chat able to find the video and just post a link to the April Fool's we had a couple of years ago? If at the end of this stream, go and watch that. Dark, the last message you saw today was a post saying a live stream around 1845. Yeah, that was it. That was your hour and a half warning or whatever time it was I put on there. Does look a bit murky out there now. Can't see the ground. Ionic Claw says I'm just going to sleep in the whole morning tomorrow to avoid April Fools. There have been some really good ones, haven't there, in the past. Oh, hello. Ah. Okay. Mass caution. Ecam actions, my radios. Autoflight. FAC 1 fault. Confirm. Confirmed on the overhead. FAC 1 fault. Okay, let's run the actions then. Cancel master caution. Okay, FAC 1 off, then on. And back on. Okay. That's cleared. Oh, well, that was different. Peter says I've never done a real life flight Heathrow to Brussels with a Brie 757. Since then, I mean, look. Oh, was that saying you've never done one, or you have done one? I'm just slightly confused. Did it say "fuck off"? Yes, it did. Flight augmentation computer. Dark, you can't link the videos. Have been set to private. Not to my knowledge. I'm gonna have to find it, aren't I? And pop it in the Discord server. Yeah, I think. Iron Cloth, that was an easy bog standard to solve it. Yeah, I mean, that's Airbus. That is Airbus logic. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Grumpy Bus Driver, what would cause that? Anything. Gremlings in the system. It does indeed happen. So, and turning it off and back on again quite often fixes it in real life. Right, so our top of descent is going to be in about in about 25 minutes. Actually, we should probably start looking at the arrival stuff. Ionic cloth. Wish I could do that with my other half. She stops working sometime. Turn her on and off. I mean, in the future, spouses may be robotic, so that might be a potential. Peter, are you a huge Airbus fan, but the 757 has something special. I know, it is. It is something special, isn't it? It is something special. You're right. Right, I'm just going to go through the charts and grab some information. Then we'll set up the box. Then we'll brief the arrival. The usual stuff. So we're coming on Rixop 2 Bravo. From over here. So we want to be flight level 190 below at Rixot. No speed restrictions there. The idea then is we've got a nice DME arc, 30 miles. And then we're just almost straight in. Okay, let's start just prepping the box for the arrival then. See what it looks like at the moment. Oh, there we go. There's the arc, and they're straight in at Baleo, which is perfect. So, always good that the box matches what I've got on the chart. Any chance of the Lockheed TriStar? I'll be honest with you, Dylan Flies, that is not on my radar. I don't have a passion for older aircraft. That said, in maybe 20 years' time, when the A319 and the A320 might be dead and something's replaced them, I'll probably still want to fly these. But I don't know. I just like the current. I just like aircraft that are sort of currently flying, if you know if that makes sense. So even the 757 we were talking about, they're still flying. Even the A300, A310 as cargo aircraft, a few passenger ones around obviously, but I love those aircraft. I like replicating the real world stuff. So yeah. Shawnee says it would have been more of a laugh if Ryanair said they were getting Starlink on board. Yeah, but they actually might do at a cost of £100 per passenger. So, flight route looks good. A couple of things that we'll get in here. And Mike Hotel November. Radnar page done. Usual stuff here. I can get rid of DGED now. We don't need that. So we're going to be landing on runway 01. We'll get a 9-mile radius around that. I'm going to pre-select the speed of all the 275. Oops. Speed 275 for the descent. And we'll fill in all that in a minute when I've got some weather information. And we are looking to land with a landing weight of 63.6, so I'm going to call that 64 to be conservative. Peter, don't swear at me. I really like you. I saw a picture of a CRJ. I don't know if it was a CRJ. It might have not been a CRJ. It might have been an Embraer or something. But something very similar with twin engines at the back. And it was just abandoned, like, in a woodland forest. And it had been taken over by nature. And I was like, oh my god, that's my aircraft. It is indeed still flying. I flew on one in real life a couple of years ago. So yeah. Bill, thank you for subscribing. Captrana78, good evening to you. Right, so let me have a look at a couple of other things. Where is our landing chart, just so we can get that information as well. If I remember rightly, there's an airfield as well, just to the right of Menorca, which is a little bit of a threat because, well, it wouldn't be the first time someone's landed at the wrong airport, would it? Platform altitude is 2,000 feet. Minimums are 510. It's only Cat 1 DMA this, there's no auto land here. Mist is quite low, it's 2,000 feet. Actually no, it's not, it's 2,500 feet. And transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Nothing overly concerning on there. What's the glide path angle? 3 degrees, so yeah, it's all pretty standard stuff. Okay, let's do the landing calculation, and then from there we'll fill in the rest of the box, brief the arrival, and fingers crossed all shall be well. Christian, what made me choose the Orange airline? If I'm being completely honest, the reason I chose the Orange airline was just because I have the standard operating procedure. So basically, in terms of doing it all properly, if you like, so like everything we're doing now, we're not just jumping in and flying. We're flying it as sort of as close to real life as we can get in a home sim. Right, so weather, it is shows. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. If you have just joined us, we're thinking of leaving, don't, because the landing could be very interesting. Wow, wow, wow. I can't remember a headwind so strong. Right, so showers of rain. We'll put braking conditions good. It's definitely not dry. Runway 1. Got the METAR in there. Our landing weight is going to be 64. We'll use auto brake medium, looking at that. Flaps 3, if we can get in with flaps 3. Flaps 3 is normal standard operating procedures now for EasyJet. So yeah, manual landing, flaps 3. That's going to get us in absolutely fine. Squeaky says I was thinking of leaving, but I'm going to stay now. So this could be good fun. Let's get the performance information in there. Ground Speed Mini will definitely be having a field day on this. So QNH 1017. Temperature is 9 degrees. God, it's cold. Wind 020 at 3.5. That's insane, isn't it? Oh God, come on. 60. Transition level 60. Minimums 510. Config 3. Alright, so we've got top of descent in about 80 miles. Time now then for the brief. So let's just have a look at the latest brief then for Menorca. Doesn't really matter, I just need information there for Menorca. Just put anything in here for now. Right, this is what I wanted. So let's talk about the weather. We've got a 32 knot headwind looking at this, gusting 47 knots. Now the fact that it's all straight down the runway is going to be very interesting. That's definitely going to affect our sort of flare and approach. Towering cumulus as well, so maybe get the weather radar on because it is dark. We don't want to be flying through any of those. Latest QNH is now 1018. So I'm just going to pre-select 1018 and update that. Pandora, would you consider diverting under these conditions in real life? No, not at all. Because it's straight down the runway, so it's literally going to be hitting the nose of the aircraft. If it was a crosswind of 47 knots gusting, then yeah, there are limitations. The 37 knots is the crosswind limitation. So at that point, although gusting, that's gusting, so you'd still have a go, you know. You'd still chance it. And then if it looks absolutely garbage by the time you get down there, you just think, sack it off. Nah, that's not going to work. And you go somewhere else. 11, this looks like Jersey winds. I know. I've got to cut all sorts of grass in these conditions. So yeah, just looking at the weather then, we've got winds gusting up to 47 knots, but it's on the nose. We've got towering cumulus. Let's have a look at NOTAMs. MSA has changed. It's a green NOTAM, so there's nothing there that's that is going to be of any interest to us. And yeah, the only threat we've got there in here then is the weather. Let's look at how we are going to fly the approach, so you are on the same page as I. This is very important when two guys are in the flight deck, or two girls, because the pilot monitoring needs to know what the pilot flying is planning to do. So my plan is to be 190 at Rixot. From there we will fly the path as determined. Before we get to Balio, the plan will be to be a green dot a few miles before, flaps 1 as we get to Balio, and then from there flaps 2 with the glide. Platform altitude is 2,000 feet. So yeah, flaps 2 with the glide, or maybe just before it. Straight down, and we will vacate to the right, if I recall. I will double check that. We've got the minimums in 510. It's a normal 3-degree glide path angle, and if we need to go around is straight out on runway heading, climbing 2,500 feet. Once we are at 2,000 feet, it's a right turn to the Mahon VOR. So the only real threat is the weather. How are we going to mitigate the weather? So with this, I should hardly need any flare. I literally hold the pitch, the attitude of the aircraft, and I'm planning to hardly flare at all, because the wind is going to have that nose up and it's going to do it for me. Yeah, you want a little bit, but that's with that amount of wind on the nose, then yeah, there's nothing really. It's not like a tailwind where you want to flare a little bit earlier. Just confirming now when we vacate. Yeah, vacate to the right. We've got auto brake medium set as well. There is potential for rain showers as we're coming in, so visibility could drop, all that kind of stuff. But again, it should be straightforward. Should be straightforward. That's not the right chart. That's the right chart. I knew we vacated right. When I flew there a couple of years ago. So yeah, and then park at the apron. Short taxi back in, and that's fine. But yeah, it's you definitely wouldn't divert, not under these conditions. If we had a go, then we had another go, and I was really rubbish, then I'd look at diverting to maybe Barcelona. The other thing to check is the fuel. 2.5 tons is the CNR. So once we got to 2.5, that's when you've got to say, that's where we're going. Lemon is 37 knots, the crosswind limit for dry conditions. I'd have to get the chart up for that. But no, I can. It's wet conditions and also runway width plays a part. Oh, you're going to make me have a look now. Hang on. Where are you? Limitations. Wind limitations. Let me see. So, for our aircraft, normal runway width 45, minimum is 30 meters. Wind for takeoff and landing 38 knots. I said 37, didn't I? 38 knots, gusts included. Don't intentionally operate in crosswinds that exceed this value. So, maximum recommended crosswind on wet and contaminated runways. That's takeoff. Maximum crosswinds for landing. So if the report is good, so level 5, that's what we're working on today, then yeah, it's still 38 knots. When the runway condition code drops down to 3, then it's 25 knots. So yeah, you're right, it does decrease with the runway condition braking code, but it's not 3, it's certainly not 2, so we're still on 38 knots. Hey Faraz, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are as well. But yeah, I got that wrong by a knot there, Lemon. It's 38 knots, not 37 knots. See, this is why I don't memorise all this stuff, I just look it up in the documents. Yeah, Pandora's Planet, that's right. It's a limitation for crosswind. I mean, a headwind, you could have 100 knot headwind. It means nothing. There is a limitation for tailwinds, though. Is a limitation for tailwinds. Lemon, no need to apologise. It's good that I can remember to find them. That's the thing. So everyone thinks pilots have got really good memories. They memorise a lot. They have memory items, things that they need to memorise and know. But the key thing is knowing where to find the information if you need it. That's very important. Faraz, you're doing some A300 ops. Oh, cargo aircraft. Who's that? DHL. Is that DHL? Hey guys, just letting you know we will be starting our descent in about 5 to 10 minutes. No, Lemon, we don't. We definitely don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We will be starting our descent into Addison in about 5 to 10 minutes.
To where?
So if you could all fasten your seatbelts and prepare for landing, that would be great. And don't worry, if the captain misses the runway, we can always just circle back and try again. Enjoy the descent.
Enjoy the descent. Master caution. Cancel master caution. Okay, let's diagnose again. Top of descent is reached. We can leave that for the time being. Let's just begin that descent. Thrust idle, open descent, 200 blue. Down we go. All's working well. ACAM more, so SayIntentions is my cabin crew. Link in the video description down below if you want to check that out. Right, confirmation of the caution. Autoflight FAC 1 again. Confirm that it is indeed FAC 1 again. Okay, ECAM actions, my radios. FAC 1 off. And on. Cleared. We'll be writing that up in the tech log. That's twice that's happened on this flight. Iron Cloth, quick question. You landed in Tampa, the METAR is variable, 04. What do you put into the wind fields on approach? There is some discrepancy on this. Some people say put in the tailwinds, some people say put in the headwinds. I was always taught it was headwinds. So I was putting a headwind. If you are departing, you put in tailwind, because that's the worst case performance. So tailwind for departing, headwind for arriving. It will not accept VRB, you're quite right. It is an acronym for variable. Peter says we have the same thing for air traffic control. We have to remember a lot, but where to find what you don't know is almost more important. Yeah, because right, the FCOM, the Flight Crew Techniques Manual, is insanely huge, and I can not remember everything that is in it. Alright, just gonna speed our descent up a bit. So speed 290. Ferris, yeah, DHL, love some DHL ops. We haven't flown the A300 or the A310 for a while. We should probably do that. We might do that on Thursday actually. Because we're going to be live again on Thursday this week. Not tomorrow, but we can get 2 streams in this week. And then it's Easter. Oh, my kids today. So I was buying something on Amazon the other... This is really bad. I was buying something on Amazon the other day and it popped up 48 Cadbury's cream eggs for something like £23. I thought, yes, please. Passed the insulin. And I thought I'd hidden them pretty well. Till the boy found them. Ferraz, am I using the wing control gear? No, I am all wing flex. My lad does keep asking, am I going to commandeer some of the double garage and start to build a full flight deck? No. Maybe one day, son. Hey, Dinky Doos. Madrid approaches online. That's fine, but that's a good 400 miles from where we are. The Air Traffic Control Operations Manual for Copenhagen. I bet that's a monster. Hey, Mark Swan. Good evening to you. Just turned off the England game. How are they doing? You thought this would be more entertaining. Actually, well, with these wins, it actually might be. Right, when asked below the profile, I'm just going to leave that set into managed descent. So that's speed descent 200 blue. 190 blue, actually. We'll just set that. So Menorca is online. Oh, 129.155. Let's just quickly grab the 8 then, make sure all is good. 129.155. I'll have a quick listen.
Arrival runway 01. Expect ILS Yankee approach runway 01. Wind 350 at 25 gust 39. Visibility 6 kilometers. Light showers of rain. Few clouds at 2,000, few clouds at 3,000, ceiling 3,800 broken, temperature 9, dew point 6, QNH 1017, recent weather showers of rain, transition level 70. This was Menorca Airport 8's information, Bravo. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Bravo.
So we just heard on that they're going to be using the Yankee approach.
This is Menorca Airport 8's information, Bravo. At time 1943 Zulu. Departure runway 01. Arrival runway 01. Expect ILS Yankee approach runway 01. Wind 350 at 25 gust 39. Visibility 6 kilometers. Light showers of rain. Few clouds at 2,000, few clouds at 3,000, ceiling 3,800 broken. Temperature 9, dew point 6. QNH 1017. Recent weather showers of rain. Transition level 70. This was Menorca Airport 8's information, Bravo. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Bravo.
Right, I just need to find the Zulu, the Yankee approach, just to see what is actually different on that. So, let's quickly have a look. So it's just the tower that's online. There's nothing that's going to be different about our actual arrival, I don't think. Let's change the... So our arrival is going to be... (01). ILS Yankee, come and invite Vallo. Let's have a look at what the new chart is for that. What determines the type of approach? Yankee Zulu X-ray. Normally it's Zulu unless otherwise instructed. So I am not actually sure what the difference is between. The minimums are the same. The approach all looks the same. The go around is the same. I'll be honest, I'm not actually sure what the difference is between those two. Seems very similar to me. It may be this racetrack arc over the top, but we're not doing that. The go around sometimes can be different. Alright, let's continue that descent again now. We'll go down 5,000 feet. So QNH is 1018. Open descent, 5,000 blue. And with that, we'll run the approach checklist. Seatbelt signs on. So the Barra F QNH 1018. Make sure the standby is also selected. Seatbelts are on.
This is your cabin crew.
Minimums.
And we just wanted to let you know that the seatbelt sign is now on. So if you could kindly return
We now need
to
to
your
update
seats
this.
and fasten those seatbelts,
510.
that would be splendid. The lavatories are now off limits.
All
which
else
is
is
a
the
shame
same.
because I know some of you were planning to have a little dance party in there. But alas, we must keep it safe.
Engine mode selector is
especially with
normal.
our captain at the controls.
If
Who
be
knows
still.
what bumps he might hit next. Thank you for your cooperation, and let's hope for a smooth ride from here on out.
Not sure I like this cabin crew. Zurich Tower, thank you for the follow. And great to have you here on the live stream. Noxid, well, if he is an approach controller, he's only controlling tower tonight on 119655. Although he has just pinged me, which is interesting, because tower controllers don't normally do anything until you're on the ILS, so unless they're working differently. But I will contact him, see what he wants to say. Mahon Tower, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 345, mark approach, hello. Descend to 3,000 feet, QH 1017. Expect ILS Yankee approach, runway 01.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet, copper QNH 1017, and expect the ILS approach Yankee runway 01 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
34 Alpha Mike, correct, and you fly, you can fly direct or fail.
And say again, sorry, 34 Alpha Mike.
You can fly direct or fail. Oscar Romeo, Offset Echo, Oscar.
And we can. We're currently just in the middle of the 1 3-mile DME arc. We okay to continue?
Yeah, you can continue the arc, or you can do a direct and you can just skip the arc, whatever you prefer.
Okay, Roger, we will do the direct to Orfed, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, I've just pushed the level off because the speed there is getting away from me. Speed 250, and let's now start slowing us down. If we're going to do that direct, we'll confirm that. We'll do the direct to Orfed. Insert. Thrust saddle, open descent, 3,000 blue, anti-ice on. Yeah, Peter, this is very wrong. Tower controller would not be giving you this kind of information in real life. That's why I did not expect to speak to this guy until I was literally on the ILS. we'll continue doing our thing. So we'll go green dot then at Orford.
Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf Menorca approach, hello. Descend to 4 south of feet, QNH 1017, and expect ILS Yankee approach 701.
Speed brakes away.
Expect RS Yankee 01, Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf.
And we're back on the DME arc now. Dark Fury says he must be bored. Maybe so. We won't be bored with this landing. It's going to be all sorts of fun, this. Just seen Tunisia Control is online. That is awesome. I'd love to get more ATC. Cleared ILS Yankee approach runway 01, and we will report established Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, let's start slowing the jet down. All these people coming away on holiday behind me. Look at them all sat there. Unaware that the weather is carnage. The drinks are on the floor. The deck chairs are in the pool. And the umbrellas are in the Mediterranean. India Bank Hotel is identified. Some of them were wearing jumpers though, Lemon Wolf, so they may have come dressed appropriately. Peter, so it's radar tower, then they're responsible for TMA. It's a shame, and it's interesting that they always come up as tower rather than approach. That is literally a VATSIM thing. So obviously on VATSIM, everything is split: center, approach, departure tower. They don't have a radar tower, which I don't know. Maybe that's a new thing that they should add in. Okay, VS 700. Few lights out there. Just watching the winds, and we can see it's 52 knots at the moment. My glide slope is literally just there. So flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. We're going to pull speed and set 180 for the speed. Yeah, that is a very good spot, Peter. I haven't got approach on there actually. I've only got tower on there. Anyway. Both on. Cat 3 dual autopilot 1 and 2. We're already flaps 1. Speed's good.
Alpha 24 Whiskey Golf, descend to 3000.
Please have page Alpha 24.
Weather appears absolutely spot on anyway, doesn't it, looking at that? Just want to double check actually, I've got real world weather turned on. I must have. Yes, I have. Tower Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is establishing at 10 miles, runway 1.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, wind 350 east, 25 knots, gust 39 knots, runway 01, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 01, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2.
Alpha 24 Whiskey Golf, clear tail Yankee approach runway 01, report established.
Okay, now let's 01, report is well established, Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf.
Christian, you're right, there's an airport just to the right hand side, it's over here somewhere. Which is something we briefed a little bit earlier. So, glide slope is captured, missed approach altitude 2,500 feet is set. Cabin crew seats for landing.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're preparing for landing, so please fasten your seatbelts and hold on tight. If you see the captain looking a bit nervous, don't worry. He's just trying to remember which way is up. Thank you for flying with us, and let's hope he lands us better than he took off.
What was wrong with the takeoff? Gear down and manage the speed. Flaps 3. Speed's checked. Landing checklist. Let's get this done. So our cabin. Not got the ECAM yet. Go around altitude to 2,500 feet set. Cabin is secured for landing. ECAM memo. Landing no blue. I've got rain battering the wing screen. Now this is always the bit that catches you out if you're not expecting it. Seeing the speed of the aircraft there at 160 knots, but what I actually want to be focusing on here, look, VAT is 151. So we want to be looking over here. Haven't landed in heavy rain like this for a while. My aircraft.
Approaching runway 1.
So remember, we're probably just going to idle the thrust a little bit earlier than normal. Very little flare required. You can see from the prime flight display we're already pitched up. feels very slow, this approach. Ground speed, 120 knots.
Menorca, Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf, establish runway 01, take off.
Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf, John number 2, wind 35 degrees, 25 knots, gust 9 knots.
Continue.
Clear to land runway 01, Alpaca 24 Whiskey.
Negative, John number 2.
Restart.
Okay, spoilers applied, first green, decel, manual brakes, reverse is off. Yeah, David, I noticed that halfway through. I wasn't going to turn them on because I was busy concentrating and I could see. It was very dark. That was really bad piloting. Completely forgot the landing lights. Where's my FO?
Fine 34 Alpha Mike, you can taxi stand number 15 via gate Echo.
Approaching runway
15 via Echo for Alpine 35 Alpha Mike. 34 Alpha Mike.
Approaching runway
Alpaca 24 Whiskey Golf, wind 35 degrees, 25 knots, gust 9 knots, runway 01, please land.
Okay, let's work out where I'm going. And tidy my aircraft up. I really need to get the overhead panel sorted. That's done, that's done, that's off, that's off. TCAS is off. Right, where is the ground chart? We are gate 15 via Echo, so 15 is straight ahead. Well, Lemon says in Russia they probably don't turn them on for a better lifespan anyway. Kappa 80148, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully see you on Thursday if you're with us. Don't know if there's a GSX profile for this aircraft, this airport. Another aircraft touching down. Yeah, it was really difficult to sort of convey that on a stream, and that it, in the way it felt. But you did kind of have to fight the aircraft a little bit. Oh, why isn't my mouse working? There we go. Always useful to look where we're going. We'll check out the replay as well in a moment from the passenger perspective. Lemon, glad you enjoyed it, my friend. And that is us on point. Look at the weather radar now kicking in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Easyjet Air Flight 1079, heading to Menorca. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes. And if you could stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you, that would be fantastic.
Right, let me get off VATSIM because I can't run the replay on VATSIM for obvious reasons. And we'll see just how that looked from the passenger point. But hopefully all shall look fine. Touchdown seemed okay to me. I'm not sure what you guys thought or saw. This was the Sim Wing scenery, Jose. But oh, I've got that. Not quite sure what happened there. I got it set to ×4 on the speed. I thought that the landing that didn't look that erratic, but yeah, there we go. I do like the rain effects. Just something else to add to the immersion. Yeah, so over here somewhere, you can see it if you sat on the right hand side of the aircraft, probably in the daylight when it's not quite as cloudy. There is another airfield with concrete runway, sort of just over there, so it is in the briefing pack. Watch out for it. And then, as we said, very little in the way of flare, because it didn't need it. You probably would see that more from outside, to be honest, as we were sort of coming down. The attitude of the aircraft to begin with, not really much movement there. The wind doing everything for us, really. And yeah, and that was it. Well guys, hopefully you have enjoyed our stream, and if you have, be sure to join us again on Thursday. We'll probably not do an A320 flight, we'll probably do something a little bit more different. Of course, remember, if you are a plane spotter, check out JetLog, link in video description below, or it's available on the Google Play Store, where you can spot aircraft on your logbook. We've also got our discount code, remember to check that out as well. Our Innobills affiliate link down at the bottom, don't forget to use that to help support us. Everyone that uses that, a huge thanks to you. Check out the link that Dark Fury has posted as well after this, because even I found that hilarious. So yeah, definitely worth having a look at that. It was uploaded, was it last year or it might have been the year before? I can't recall. But either way, it's good fun. Yeah. And yeah, until Thursday then, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave you with a replay from the flight deck. Do you know what? Let's turn the sun up for the goodbye replay, shall we? If we just there, how's that? See what that looks like, and I think we might even sit in the first officer's seat as well to bring you in. Oh, I really wish I can't turn that off. I cannot turn that off. It's oh, that is so annoying. Anyway, guys, until next time. Thanks for watching. Huge support from you guys tonight. Massive thanks for that. So. Hopefully I shall see you all again on Thursday night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Retard.